Being a landscape architecture student, you kind of know that you have a big responsibility to people and communities and also the environment that surrounds these people and communities. So I think that it's kind of like responsible placemaking to sum up what landscape architecture is. And I think that as a student in the program, and any program anywhere, you need to understand that and kind of be thinking about the greater context of your designs and kind of everything.
Yeah, it definitely means to think outside the box, and I think just think about the bigger picture and everything in general instead of little details.
I think for me, being a landscape architecture student really just means that you have a big group of people, you're friends with all of them, you can hang out with them during the good times, but they're also there for you during the bad times.
I think it means that we are just a dedicated bunch. We all are really here for the same goal. We're all trying to design and create the best we can and just develop our skills through the years. I just think that it is also, I guess, just your connections with everyone. You feel connected to Stuckman and to the whole spirit of Penn State. Everybody's willing to work together and is a family here. For the reason I chose Penn State was because of the "We Are" chant, and that obviously brings everyone together.
My older brother goes here, and then after visiting a few times with him, hanging out, I applied and I started to look into different programs, and then somehow came about Larch here and kind of just ended up going. It seemed very interesting to me, and I'm loving my choice.
For me, it's family. It definitely seems like home, and a lot of my family went here too, which helps, and it's just a very comfortable place. Everyone's so open and genuine.
I think Penn State's just like a really cool place that has tons of different options for whatever your interests are, if it's sports, if it's theater, really anything. I think the most rewarding experience for me has been going on our field trips between DC, New York, Falling Water. We just learn about places really in depth and why they're designed the way they are, and it gives you like a really deep understanding and appreciation for the whole world around you.
For me, honestly, it's just when you have that final project and you press submit. I think that's the best feeling in the world because you know that you just accomplished I guess your semester here, and hopefully you're really proud of it. So I think just that final submission works for me.
I would definitely have to agree. Yeah, the first day that we all stayed here, and some people it was all night, and it was just like a really good bonding experience. And you really come together and try and work together. And even though you're doing an individual project, you all like bring each other up, and it's a really good experience.
I can't really put my finger on one exact experience, but I think overall, being able to work with sites that are close proximity to campus and our building is awesome because you can actually design things that, obviously they're not being built, but theoretically, you're designing stuff that's very close to you, and I think it's cool. And then also, it helps you a lot with things like site analysis and actually going to a site and understanding it rather than doing a project at a site that's across the country or something. I think that working on projects that are close to you helps a lot.
I think the most valuable thing that I've learned so far is how to give and accept really valuable critique to make your work as best as it can possibly be.
I think using 3D modeling on the computers, programs like Rhino and SketchUp are super helpful because firms everywhere use, one of those or both, and I think that being able to use those and get pretty skilled with them is going to be super helpful moving on into the real world.
I guess definitely it would be just creating in general, just not being afraid to be creative and just always, I don't know, just to have projects and really think outside the box in that kind of aspect. Yeah.
I would have to say learning how to critique, both like critiquing yourself and critiquing others. I think that's a really good skill, and it really allows you to be able to speak your mind, but in the best way, and it allows you to think about how you're saying your words and just form it in a way that's helpful to yourself and to other people.
I see myself working for a multidisciplinary firm that embodies different design principles and, kind of like my interests. Those range from kind of planning and community design, and, I hope to end up in a firm that cares about those things.
I'd really love to work with national parks and help just develop ways to, I don't know how to explain it.
Sustainability.
Yeah, how to make the earth more sustainable and just turn places that maybe aren't so, I don't know. Just bring up the earth to be a better place and allow people to appreciate it more.
I like that, but I think I want to do more of like a city aspect. Even that's like very different from where we are right now in Pennsylvania, but I think working in a huge city would honestly be like one of the best experiences that I would love to do, and just have that whole work aspect with your firm and your bosses, just a typical, I guess, New York experience in a firm.
I don't really know what I want to do when I'm done with school right now, but I know that having like such a good education from here is going to really help, and I can probably do anything I want to.